Hello Aries and welcome to Truth Well Told Tarot. This is Andrea and I'm here to do your weekly tarot reading for the next 7 days for the sign of Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus, so I hope you're well. As always, the reading won't be for everyone. Take what resonates for you. So welcome Aries. Doing things a little bit differently this week, so let's see what we have for you. We're going to go through Monday to the following Sunday. What do we have for Aries? Beginning of the week, starting Monday. All right, we have a Queen of Swords, can be Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, male or female, or the energy of the card. We will go into that in a moment. Monday, we have Tuesday, which is the Two of Wands, Aries energy. Wednesday, we have the Eight of Cups. The Empress is Thursday. Friday we have the Knight of Pentacles. Saturday we have the Seven of Cups. And Sunday we have the Lovers. All right, Aries, let's look at Monday. So the Queen of Swords, it could be you or it can be somebody who you are connected with. This is somebody who tells it you like it is. This can be somebody who brings clarity to a situation, can advise you. Can also be very good in terms of getting decisions from a Queen of Swords as well, again, male or female. This is somebody who is fair, decisive, clear in thought and mind, but it can also represent your energy as well. You're getting to the very heart of the matter. You're understanding what you need to do, the right solution, the right way forward for you, the right decisions for you, what's for you, what's not for you. These are the energies that embrace the Queen of Swords. But she's always very healthy. She likes to be imbalanced. If you're making decisions here, Aries, the advice with the Queen of Swords is we can take counsel. This is somebody who isn't afraid of taking counsel, isn't afraid of listening to opinions of others as well. But ultimately, the Queen of Swords will make a decision for her. So we're all accountable. That's the Queen of Swords energy. I'm accountable for my own life, my own decisions, and this is what I'm going to do. So this might well be the situation that you're facing on Monday here. Like I said, it can also be someone who might be communicating with you in some way. The Two of Wands we have on Tuesday. This is Aries energy. The world is in your hands and you have a choice to make. You're at some kind of crossroads. But this person isn't really afraid to step into the unknown. It can represent, Aries, that you might be in a situation on Tuesday where you've come so far on a journey and you might be deciding, and you might have accomplished, so much as well. This can be a scenario of what next? Where do I go from here? There could well be choices and decisions to make about your future. So this can be pretty powerful in terms of, I've come so far here, or I've got to this point here now. Where do I move from here? So it could be a kind of what next scenario. And it's about following your passion, your creativity, what pulls your heart and soul, where you see growth in a situation. This can represent things like choices and stepping into the unknown as well, stepping beyond what's familiar, breaking free of comfort zones, limitations. Also very powerful in terms of choices to stay or go. So go this way, that way, choices between two paths, two options, two people, two situations. But you're very empowered. You are in command of your world and you're making life choices about your future in some way. So this can be very powerful for you, Aries, on Tuesday. Could be linked with this, but it's not limited to that. So the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is all about leaving something behind. Now, we can do that emotionally. So sometimes in order to step forward, we have to leave something behind, that needs to be left behind. So really between Tuesday and Wednesday, it might well be that you're at that situation where if things have been holding you back, the past or things that you've been holding on to, this can be a real powerful opportunity Tuesday, Wednesday to leave behind what needs to be left behind here. Because with the Eight of Cups, we emotionally move towards something better, something greater, something more fulfilling. So this is a really powerful sign of that. Now, yes, it can also be a choice to walk away, leave, walk away from something that might not be serving you. And it can be also to go in search of something better. So, or walk towards something better even, because the Eight of Cups always walks towards the wish fulfillment card. So this is that scenario here for you, Aries, but it is an empowered action energy. You can see the red cloak here, you can see the red cloak here. There's a lot of action, inspiration, creativity, passion, drive, certainly between Tuesday and Wednesday here. Thursday might well be a focus on a mother. Now, this can be to do with sometimes becoming a mother. It can be a sign of pregnancy, but it can also be about to do with a mother figure. So there could well be a mother that is a focus for you, or a more mature female who is like the Empress, kind, loving, but very powerful. You know, she has a great sense of self, self-respect, self-worth. She feels abundant, understands how to nurture things into being. So this can nurture relationships. So you might be connecting to that kind of person as well. Now, Aries, the Empress is also very positive in terms of the birth of the new. So we can give birth to new things. We can give birth to new relationships or next level relationships with the Empress. She's a very loving and abundant energy. She's Venus, the planet of love. So this can be a real powerful symbol of positive things happening in terms of giving birth to new things in relationships. Now, it can also be very positive in terms of money areas or creating something yourself, giving birth to something yourself. It could be a project, a business, an initiative, something that you've always wanted to start or create for yourself. She's a very creative energy. So you might be, very creative in terms of giving birth to the new or embracing the new in some way. You know, the Eight of Cups and these energies can also be, certainly in terms of money areas, there could well be a new money path for you, or new money coming in. So however that manifests for you here, Aries, the Empress is always a wonderful, abundant sign, energetically, financially. Like I said, she is Venus in Taurus. Lovely, lovely energy. And it can tie with this, because the Knight of Pentacles is, and this is Friday for you, the Knight of Pentacles can be offers and opportunities for change. So this can be someone making you an offer, or a change in your abundance. Can be very positive financially. So a job, a business opportunity, a contract, a sum of money coming in, approvals in terms of things like loans or cash that funding that you might be waiting for. This can be a real powerful sign of that. It's also very positive in terms of, if you're waiting for, I try to keep the energies as specific as possible to the card. So if you're waiting for new clients, for example, or new business coming in even, this can be a real positive energy of that as well. And the Knight of Pentacles, I also want to say, is very positive in terms of commitment. So when we talk in terms of relationships, it can also be about making offers. So making offers to do with buying a property or purchasing something even, or making a solid and stable commitment. So you might be getting that, or you might be doing that here, Aries. This is the energy here for Friday. The Seven of Cups. I love this energy because this is all about there are possibilities, opportunities, pathways open to you here. And it's being open to explore them here because there are things to be manifested here. So it can sometimes represent decisions and choices, and we have to trust our intuition with this. But certainly if you're getting some kind of, offer here, Aries, certainly on the financial front, the Seven of Cups right next to this on Saturday is, where do I go from here? It's that sense of not letting the grass grow under your feet, but that sense of, where do I go from here, and planning for the future, and knowing that you have possibilities, options that you've been thinking about, that you've been waiting to start. You might have been waiting for this to come in, for example. But this can be a real powerful sign of, yeah, now I can start planning for the future. I can start thinking about this and that and the other, but maybe prioritizing what you want to focus on next. So this can be really powerful energy in terms of really thinking about where you go from here, really thinking about, what do I do now? I can start planning for my next step, my next stage in my journey. Just a lovely energy of that. There are hopes, dreams and wishes waiting for you, waiting to be manifested with the Seven of Cups. You have options. There are pathways to explore. There are things to manifest. You might be wanting to prioritize, because sometimes it can be a representation of also not trying to do all of it at once, because that's just unachievable. So it's about keeping our head and keeping things feasible and grounded as well with the Seven of Cups. And then we have the Lovers. So the Lovers can be to do with choices and decisions, can be about a relationship or partnership of any kind. These are two people who fit together like pieces of a jigsaw. So this can be a sense of, where do we go from here? Is it working for us? If so, what's our next step? What's our next stage in the journey? It can represent new love as well. Like I said, the Empress energy can be new, next level, cultivating the new. It's a lovely energy in terms of love. But it can also be to do with partnerships of other kinds. So there could well be somebody who you are connected to, someone who you feel you work well with, or you kind of like, are a good fit for each other. This can be that scenario here of choices and decisions here, Aries. Now, I also want to say with the Lovers, it can also be choices about other areas of life. So you could look at that in terms of where you live, things that affect a relationship, money areas. I mean, you could say whatever that choice would be, but it represents some significant choice. And it's about connecting to our higher selves and not letting ego play a part, not being, tempted into something, lower vibrational energy, but really staying true to our higher selves in making choices and decisions. So this is what I see for you here, Aries, for the next 7 days. I'm going to finish off with a message from Spirit. What do we have for our lovely Aries? Thank you. Next 7 days for Aries. So we have self-sabotage. This is your message from Spirit. When you learn to get out of your own way, there will be no stopping you. Most of the time, it's not others who prevent you from achieving your true goals. It's that inner voice that derails those carefully woven plans. So some of you might need to hear that message this week. And let's finish off with a Spirit Animal Oracle message, as we always do. What do we have for our lovely Aries? Thank you. Next 7 days. Weekly Tarot Reading for Aries. All right. We have B, Community. You are a powerful creator. Your work blesses everything you touch. Be open to receiving sweetness. You are the Queen of Abundance. So the B for me as a reader is very powerful in terms of sweet results. It's a very abundant energy as well. And when we talk about abundance, the Empress absolutely is abundant energy, whether it's fulfillment emotionally, contentment, satisfaction, the cultivation of the new that can really go somewhere, or it can be in terms of money areas. It looks like it's all to play for this week, Aries. That's what I have for you for the week ahead. I hope you enjoyed your reading. If you did, please do like, share and subscribe. I wish you a wonderful week. I'll see you next time.